rushing stories. I agree with that. All right, so let me go ahead and address this Kanan and Breeze meeting real quick, and I ain't got that much time left. I already knew that the famous segment was going to take a long time. But anyway, so Kanan and Breeze. So this is a scenario that I think could possibly happen, people. Because let's go ahead and look at the let's go ahead and look at some of these synopses that's coming for these episodes. Try to find that real quick. Damn, it's all the way down there. So it says here, Kanan suspicious of Rob's involvement, investigates Crystal's disappearance. Rob faces fallout from Unique's retaliation and Marvin's mistake. So the retaliation is the part that I really want to get on. So I think in order for Unique to successfully win this war against Rob, he's going to need Kanan. And I do think that's going to happen because I'm pretty sure in episode, what was that, 5, they didn't just put Unique meeting with Quan for no reason. And then, you know, Quan tells Kanan that he met with Rock's son and that he was a cool kid. So basically, I'm pretty sure he told him information that, look, Rock's kid don't rock with him, don't rock with her like that. So I think it's possible we could flip him. I think he did tell him that, and eventually Neek is going to make that move and try to see how he can do it. And I can tell this is the thing. I can tell you how I believe he's going to win, how he's going to win him over. Neek is going to win Kanan over by 2 things. He's going to do 2 favors for him. I think Unique might play a significant part in helping Kanan find out what really happened to Famous. I think he might play a part in that. Because keep in mind, we do see that he's going to go and visit Snap and Pop, you know what I'm saying, later. So the fact that they both got mutual associates in Snap and Pops, they might end up working together and then put 2 and 2 together. Because, you know, Snap and Pops is very connected. So it's possible they can figure out the information of what happened to Famous. They tell it to Neek tell it to Kanan, and Kanan finds out. He do his investigation, he confirms it, and then that ultimately helps him side with Neek. Also, I think he's going to do him another solid. The second one I was talking about is, keep in mind, the little dwarf, the little Lucky Charms leprechaun looking motherfucker, OC, is going to steal Kanan's money next episode. So once he do that, keep in mind, OC's been working for Neek. So Neek is going to sell OC out and allow Kanan to kill him. Reason why he's going to do that is because, keep in mind, he's going to be like, this ugly ass nigga ain't loyal. If he's quick to, flip on Kanan for me that easily, that means he'll do that shit to me. So he's going to use him as a pawn. He's going to sacrifice him. So after he does that and he tells Kanan the truth about a lot of things, I think, like I said this before, but I think Neek is going to tell Kanan the truth about him and Rock. He going to tell him the truth about how she set up High Post, how she set up DEF CON, and possibly even how she set up Marvin. He's gonna tell him all of that, and this is what I think the end game is gonna be. After he successfully gets Kanan on his side, they're gonna both have a love-hate situation for Rock. Like obviously, Rock is Kanan's mother, so he's gonna still love her, but simply off the fact that that's her mother. That's his mother. And of course, Neek is still gonna have love for her because he fell in love with her in season 3. But they're both gonna come up with the conclusion that, you know what I'm saying? Look, we both love you, but we can't deal with you. We can't have you around us. So her choices is gonna be this: leave or die. It's gonna be that simple for her. And that's the reason why I think possibly we might get this title for episode 10, Give Me the Weight. They're gonna tell her, look, give me your plug, your heroin plug. Because keep in mind, I think it's possible she might kill Quan. That's gonna be Rock's retaliate, when she goes on the offense. She's gonna take out Quan. So once Quan is out the picture, now Neek doesn't have a supplier. But she still has the Afghan plug. But after he flips Kanan and get Kanan on his side, they're gonna corner Rock and tell her, give me the plug, give me the weight, or die. And if you decide to go ahead and give us the weight and let us run shit the way we want, you can leave town and go on with your life. But you're not about to be in Queens no more. And I think Rock might take that deal and leave and go have a life somewhere else. Is she going to come back possibly? Not exactly sure. But that's what I think the end game is going to be with that. Now, I can open it up to, y'all now. Y'all can let me know what y'all think about that. But that's what I believe might be the end game for season 4. You said Kanan meets Breeze through Snap and Pop. Well, shit, still could be if they meet Unique though. That was a good try though. Let me go back up because I definitely missed some comments. Also, in Power Origins, we better get a young Tasha, Paz, everybody. I believe we will, Ladarius. I hope we do, but I think we will. She said, fuck Paz. Why are you so hard on Paz? Young Tasha would most likely come after Breeze get killed. Where it's definitely going to happen after Breeze get killed, for sure. Because I don't think Tasha knew who Breeze was. She's the only one of all the major characters that never mentioned him, and I believe that's because she didn't know who he was. Keep in mind, Ghost, in fact, I'm positive that she didn't know who he was because Ghost killed Breeze when he was around anywhere between 15, 16, and 17 years of age. He didn't know Tasha at that time. I want to say he killed him when he was about 16, maybe 17. Now, I heard a couple people say 18, but they don't. For me, I don't think that adds up all the way. I'm not going to rule it completely out, but I know he told Tariq he was around his age when he killed Breeze. So around that time, Tariq was around 16, 17. So, anyways, yeah, Tasha didn't know who Breeze was because they didn't meet until like the 2000s. He said, I don't give a damn about Pie. Or Tasha really, they just show a pregnant black girl at the end, and we assume that's Tasha. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I agree with y'all on Paz. I'm not too keen on wanting to see Paz because I don't care. Her story really doesn't matter. But Tasha, I do because I do want to see how they met. How she was running the books for them. How did that start? I'm also interested in seeing the scene where they said they got pulled over by the cops. I'm also very much interested in seeing the scene where they both plotted to set up Kanan. So Tasha's story does play a significant part in the rise of Ghost Empire. So Tasha has to be shown. If Tasha was there when Ghost sent Kanan to prison, she was probably there when he killed Breeze too. No, he wasn't, because they didn't know each other during that time period. Ghost and Tasha got together. Because think about this. When Ghost killed, because Ghost is like 4 to 5 years older than Tasha, something like that. Maybe 3. Either way, that means during that time, because I'm pretty sure they met when they were both grown. And if that's the case, Tasha would have been like around probably like 18-ish or whatever. And then, because she got pregnant when she was 19, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, with the twins. And if that's the case, that means Ghost would have been with her while she was still a minor, and he was around 20, 21. Seriously doubt that. But anyways, next, Tasha is younger than Ghost. She was 19 when she met him, and he was already a bit older. Exactly. He just saying exactly what I just got to saying. She not into the picture until after Bree's dead. Yeah. She was there for when Kanan got set up, which happened in 2000. What was it? 2002? 2005? 2005 it happened. My bad. Yeah. So I wouldn't say Tasha and Ghost met in them early 2000 range. Snapping Pop could introduce Unique and Kanan. Yeah, I think that will. Now that DeMarcus, I think will happen. I definitely believe Kanan and Unique will be meeting this season through Snaps and Pops. Okay, so you said the same thing. Yep. There's the same Unique meets with Snaps and Pops next episode, I believe. It is. OC is the hood Tyrion Lannister. Tyrion Lannister. I think you meant Tyrion. Tyrion is the father. Tyrion is the midget, is the daughter. But anyways, nigga, I don't look like no damn OC. Get your ass out. Anyways, the little motherfucker like the size of a 4-year-old nephew. Right. They're gonna send OC back to Oz to Oz. Or Unique could get squeezed for money from the 2 dirty cops, because what if Rock is paying them to watch out for Unique and maybe Ghost smokes one of them like D-Mac did in Force? That's interesting. Kanan meets Breeze through Snap and Pop. Breeze, Unique, same person. Wow, we in the same type of work. I got EOS from the Air Force like 2 weeks into the boot camp. OC gonna be hanging off of one of the Unique's chains by the end of the season. How would Kanan react when he find out that Rock got rid of Unique's baby? I mean, I don't think Kanan will give a damn too much. Me personally, I mean, why would he? Good connection with the episode 10 title. Right. Appreciate that. Damn, I missed that last part you said. I'm super behind on these comments. I'm trying to catch up. She definitely will pop up in Tariq universe if that happens. I hope Jukebox smoke Unique in the season finale for retaliation for Marvin death. You can hope it, but it ain't gonna happen. Ghost was 17 when he killed Breeze. He told Tariq he was around his age when he killed Breeze in Book 2, Season 1. Tariq was 17, turned 18. So support. That's true, but this is the part you got to remember. He told him that in episode what? Did he tell him that in episode 10, or did he tell him that in episode 15? That's what matters, because keep in mind they did those in 2 separate years. Because remember, they aired episode 10, then they went on a break and came back like what, maybe a month later or so, and it transitioned it over to the new year. It went from 2019, and then the Who Shot Ghost part started in 2020. But anyways, yeah, that's why I said anywhere between 16 to 17. She said he hang around some bad friends when he was younger, but that could have meant anyone, or he could have talked to her about it. Right, but Ghost hung around a bunch of dangerous friends. I mean, that don't mean she knew. She knew Breeze. Yeah, I'm sure Tasha didn't know who Breeze was, just leaving open the idea that she may have heard of him, but never actually met him. Ebony the Great says, I could be reaching, but today I randomly thought about Stefano being responsible for the death of Famous. Let me cook. Maybe Marvin asked Stefano to do it as a favor. Famous last words. All right. I'll let you cook for a little minute, but we're gonna have to put your ass back in that skillet because that ain't what happened. But hey, I mess with it. This is what I think. I think Stefano knows the information possibly because Stefano is very connected, and maybe the last thing Famous says he knew of it, and he was telling Kanan, because I believe eventually Stefano might turn on Rock. It could happen once he see that Rock is losing and backing her is not gonna work no more. He could turn on her. Or keep in mind also that I believe Marvin and Stefano is gonna have a sour taste eventually too once their bookie deal gets messed up. But anyways, I actually like Paz and couldn't stand Angela. Paz was actually right. You stay going against the grain, but I feel it. He said famous last word, not famous last word. Let's let that shit go already. Talia be hard on her, bro. She said not too much on me. Hey, I ain't gonna get on you too hard. Anyway, we possibly see a young Lorenzo Monet pass by Ghost. I mean, possibly, or know what actually happened to Breeze. What's she saying? Jesus Christ, too. Oh, that. Why people dislike Paz so bad? I don't dislike her. I just don't care about her character too much. Or just gonna answer a bunch of our questions. I believe so too. Uno said Paz is sexy because that wasted episode we got in the Who Shot Ghost series. That's why everybody don't like Paz. That's crazy. OC gonna grab Kanan's loot and dip. Yep, that's a fact. Kanan will catch OC and Crystal both with his money in his apartment. That'd be so crazy, bro. I swear to God. If Crystal do turn out to be in on that, man. Anyways. But hey, that could hold some kind of weight because keep in mind, she might want to get out of town and get out of that life. Cause that's another video that I'm gonna make a little later. I do think Crystal is about done with that life because she's seeing all this what stuff that's going on. She's gonna start getting scared. Like I said in one of my previous videos, she's gonna be kind of like Lakeisha. She's gonna be scared and she's gonna be like, yeah, I need to get up out of here, maybe run. And then I think Juke gonna catch her ass slipping. I missed what you said about the episode 10 title, not the comments. Can you say it again, please? Well, basically, to make the long story short, what I was saying is that the episode 10 title, you see that it's called Give Me the Weight. What I think could happen is once Neat informs Kanan about Rock being in on Famous death, and also how she portrayed High Post, Def Con, and potentially even Marvin as well, that both Unique and Kanan will have a love for the Rock, but they're not gonna be able to deal with it no more. So they're gonna force her out of town. They're gonna be like, "Look, you killed our plug already, which was Quan. So we need yours. Give us your plug, and we'll spare your life and allow you to leave town. But give me the way." That's what I think the title may come from. I mean, obviously, this is just a theory. I don't know for sure, but yeah, that's how I see it as of now. Anyways, you think Lou will smoke Brian? Who is Brian? That's the dude with what's his name with B Rilla. Oh God. Oh, Brian is B Rilla's real name. Never knew that. I didn't catch that. It's crazy. Watching Kanan lose all that by OC going to make me sick. That's a damn short clown. But anyways, though, y'all, like I said, my time was limited today. I got to get ready to check on out of here. So if anybody got any last questions or remarks, y'all can go ahead and leave them. For the people who comments, I didn't get a chance to cover. My bad, but yeah, I got to get up off here. So we can go ahead and put it on the table. Anything y'all want to say, let me know now. We didn't see how Crystal was affected by famous death. She knows Kanan is reckless. Watch when Lou kills B Rilla, some bullshit happen, like picture of B Rilla daughter and baby mama fall out his jacket and Lou feels guilty. Appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate that, Ebony. That who knows? I might do another live early. You know what I'm saying, Thursday before the episode. Then of course I'll be back after the episode. So stay tuned for that, and definitely I'll have some more videos coming your way. So look out for them. Appreciate all the love for sure, everybody. But yeah, I gotta go ahead and go. I got another meeting that I gotta hit up at 3:00, so I gotta prepare for that. But like I said, appreciate everybody who's tuned in. Make sure y'all hit the like if you haven't already. Going out, if you want to share it with your little glad friends. Warriors beating the Grizzlies. Why you say that? They play tonight? They don't play them. They don't. Or maybe Tuesday. Nobody plays tonight. This my say screaming at the hour. All right, possibly tomorrow. It's possible I can do one tomorrow. But yeah, I gotta go ahead and get up out of here though. But much love to all of y'all, and I'm out.